What if the rules you were handed in school are just incomplete? Not wrong exactly. Just missing the parts that make science genuinely fascinating. The night sky you looked at last night is not showing you what's there. It's showing you what was there. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of years ago. One of the planets closest to us has rewritten what the words day and year mean. And a board game invented by humans somehow became mathematically larger than everything we can see in any direction. Then there's the physics happening right here on Earth. A famous iron tower that changes its height every summer. A schoolboy who discovered something about water that his teacher told him was impossible. A food in your kitchen cupboard that has been chemically immortal since the first bees existed. 10 facts, all confirmed. All operating quietly in the background of your life right now. Let's start where the scale is biggest, with the sky above you, and what you're actually looking at when you look at stars. Most of the stars you can see tonight are already dead. Their light takes hundreds or thousands of years to reach us. Some of the brightest ones in the sky exploded centuries ago. We just haven't received the news yet. Every time you look up, you're looking into the past. On Venus, a single day lasts longer than an entire year. It takes 243 Earth days to spin once, but only 225 to orbit the sun. The year ends before the day does, and Venus spins backwards, so the sun rises in the west. There are more possible games of chess than atoms in the observable universe. Possible chess games: 10 to the power of 120. Atoms in the universe: 10 to the power of 80. A game played on 64 squares, with 32 pieces, is mathematically larger than all of physical existence. Space and scale. 3 facts that put the universe in a completely different frame. The stars are echoes. A planet next door broke the calendar. And a board game is bigger than existence itself. Now let's come back down to Earth. Because physics isn't only happening in space. It's happening to structures you've walked past, in kitchens, and in a deck of cards sitting on a table. The Eiffel Tower is not the same height it was yesterday. Every summer, the iron expands from the heat, and the tower grows by up to 15 centimeters. In winter, it contracts back down. It's been doing this silently for over 130 years. Hot water can freeze faster than cold water, and nobody fully knows why. In 1963, a Tanzanian schoolboy named Mpemba noticed it. His teacher said he was wrong. He went to a university physicist who ran the experiment and confirmed the student was right. 6 decades later, scientists still debate the exact cause. The shuffled deck of cards in your hand has probably never existed before in all of human history. There are more ways to arrange 52 cards than there are atoms on Earth. Every thorough shuffle is, with near certainty, a unique configuration, one that has never been held before and will never exist again. Physics in iron, in water, and in 52 cards. Science running quietly in things we touch every day. For the last stretch, nature takes over. Because the natural world has been doing its own science for hundreds of millions of years, long before we had a word for any of it. And 3 of those experiments are more surprising than anything in a textbook. Sharks are older than trees. Sharks appeared 450 million years ago. Trees didn't evolve until 350 million years ago. For 50 million years, sharks swam a planet with no forests. Then, the dinosaurs came and went, and sharks stayed. 11,000 years ago, hippos swam across the Sahara Desert. The entire region was covered in lakes, rivers, and forests. Humans lived there. Cave paintings prove it. Then Earth's orbital wobble shifted, monsoons changed, and every living thing was replaced by sand. Scientists say the cycle could reverse in 15,000 years. Archaeologists opened an Egyptian tomb, found 3,000-year-old honey, and tasted it. It was completely fine. Honey is the only food on Earth that never expires. Its chemistry makes it impossible for bacteria to survive. Sealed honey lasts forever. The entire internet, every website, every video, every message ever sent, weighs about as much as a strawberry. Physicist Russell Seitz used E equals mc squared to calculate the mass of all electrons actively carrying data at any moment. The answer? Roughly 50 grams. The most powerful infrastructure in human history fits on a kitchen scale. An octopus has 3 hearts, and 2 of them stop every time it swims. That's why octopuses prefer crawling. Swimming literally leaves them breathless. They also have blue blood and 9 brains, 1 in the head, 1 in each arm. Each arm can think independently. A snail can sleep for 3 years straight, without eating, drinking, or waking once. They seal their shell with hardened mucus, drop their heart rate to almost nothing, and wait. A museum snail was assumed dead for 4 years. They placed it in water. It crawled out, perfectly alive. Every time a butterfly lands on something, it's already tasting it, with its feet. Butterflies have taste sensors on the bottom of their feet that are 200 times more sensitive to sweetness than the human tongue. They experience more flavor by walking than we do by eating. If you upset a crow, it will remember your face, and it will tell other crows. Research confirmed crows recognize individuals, recruit other crows to harass the same person, and teach the grudge to their young. One crow's enemy can become the next generation's target. They maintain a multi-generational hit list. For a bird, wombats are the only animals on Earth that produce cube-shaped droppings. Their intestines have alternating sections of different elasticity that literally shape waste into cubes during digestion. They stack the cubes on rocks to mark territory, because cubes don't roll. Nature independently solved a geometry problem. Scientists published a paper about it. 10 facts, 3 clusters, 1 through line. The world is doing things it never announced. The night sky is a graveyard of stars. Venus is spinning backwards through a year shorter than its day. Sharks were here before the first tree. The Sahara was a forest. And the entire internet weighs less than a small egg. None of this stopped being true before you heard it. It's been running in the background your whole life. If that kind of fact is what you're here for, subscribe. New short every day, long form every month, and every single fact is something the standard curriculum quietly left out. See you tomorrow.